Okay, okay, okay. I'm a little mad right now. I just recorded this whole thing. I recorded my whole voice, and yeah, it turns out it did not record any of that. So I'm a little fucking pissed off right now. I'm just kidding. We got a couple things to talk about today. Glad I get to talk about them all over again. Except this time I'm gonna be a little more fucking pissed off! Cause fuck me and my fucking child life, dude! I just recorded that whole shit and now I have to do it again. It's awesome. Empathy. We're talking about empathy today. And also we're talking about my chud life, but that'll come next. Empathy. You gotta love people. And you gotta love people for where they came from and what they did, you know? Because that's what we are. We're in the present. You talk about your past, that's how you got here to the present. Oh, wow. Wonder what comes in the future. But empathy, specifically, is, in this definition here, it says, this is the actual definition, it says, empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings, thoughts, and experiences of another person. Essentially putting yourself in somebody else's shoes and having their experiences. A lot of people use sympathy, which is different from empathy. Empathy is the nice version, I think, in my opinion. Empathy is you having that care of that person's experience, you know, having that understanding of their experience. Sympathy is it's a little different. It's more like you're having pity, or you're concerned, like you're just very concerned with that other person's experience, and you're just like, oh my gosh, could this happen? Oh my gosh, this must be so hard on you, like stuff like that, like just nonsense that fills the air with your fucking noise, because it doesn't help anybody. Empathy, on the other hand, it does help, because it's a feeling. Empathy is a feeling. It's a connection that you can have with another person. I guess sympathy is too. You could feel sorry. I guess you, as a collective, you could feel sorry for something or something that happened to somebody. But it doesn't. Validate kind of their actions on how they got there. Empathy is more of an understanding of how I know how you got here, so I kind of understand, like, you know, in my situation, I would have done the same thing, type of thing. So that's what empathy is. But it shows you care for that other person. Having empathy is a big thing, especially in relationships, I'm sure, where you care for that other person and you want them to care about you just as much, or that, or even more. So big expectations on both sides. But on the contrary, empathy is really, in my opinion, I guess the way I grew up, it's very easy to have for somebody. Not sympathy, but empathy. Empathy. Like, oh yeah, if I think about it like that too, maybe I would have done it like that, bro. So I ain't even, like, that makes sense, bro. It makes sense why you're here. It makes sense why you're there, type of thing. So, sympathy is they're expecting something from you. They're expecting pity from you. They need you to help them out real quick. They need that quick little bit of help. You know, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a little bit of the faster route to solve their problems that they couldn't handle. Empathy. Sorry. You're focusing your attention on that person and their saying, and the judgment they're going through. You're also putting that into your perspective as well, to kind of get their perspective. But I don't know. I feel like if you don't know the difference and you get the definitions messed up and screwed up, you're gonna fuck something up. You know, maybe a connection you have with somebody that you really care about. So don't get those two twisted. It's a big difference. Empathy is a lot more caring. Empathy is going to be a lot more constructive and helpful. Sympathy is going to be more coddling, like, you know, oh, I think you're doing great. You know, that should have never happened. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, how could something like this happen? You know? So don't fall for that fucking bullshit. And don't make me fucking do this shit all over again. I don't want to record this fucking thing again. I want to do this shit once, okay? Please. Please. Okay. What is the next thing we were talking about? I guess we can still talk about empathy. There's a lot to talk about empathy. Sometimes we have a lot of empathy for like the shows that we watch, the characters that we play in video games. Because you essentially are in their shoes. You're the player. Like for a video game or a movie, it depends on the perspective of the movie. But most video games are pretty empathetic because you're feeling what that person's feeling in the story. Depends, I guess, on the game. You could just be fucking... never mind. You'd be playing them weird Steam games and then get something wrong with you. Don't be playing. Don't let me catch you playing that weird shit on Steam. You guys better stick to good games on there. Transfer Mice, Portal, Half-Life. Hop on some Team Fortress 2, some TF2, buddy. I want to see you guys playing good, happy games out there. Maybe Arc Raiders. Hop on some Arc Raiders, man. I've been gooping it up on there, man. And that game, I have no empathy, no sympathy for anybody in that game. I'm murking shit on that game. I'm taking your shit and I'm leaving in that game. That's a totally different game to be talking about with empathy. But most storyline games, I guess The Last of Us, that's a really bland one to say, but that's a good one. Red Dead Redemption 2. Gotta have empathy in that game. I mean, if you want the good high honor, go for the high honor ending. You gotta have some empathy. Let's see, what other game? I can't think of any. And I love video games, but I can't think of any right now because I'm so fucking pissed off I'm doing all this shit again. I'm just kidding. I love this shit. I love YouTube. If anything, it's my little bit of space I get to talk to y'all, and nobody's talking back, so I don't get interrupted. So I'm just like venting, basically. Last thing we were talking about was my chud life, my fucking chud life. You gotta love the chud life. Nothing ever happens. That's what they say. I honestly don't even know what chud means. I just like the little things I see on Instagram. I like the faces. I think they're fucking hilarious. But yeah, this is Kingdom Farts, and this guy's about to hurt him. He's about to touch him. So, I will see y'all in the next one. Let me know in the comments what y'all want me to talk about next.